So everyone, thank you very much for joining us today. Today is the second episode in our Meet the Magic Makers series, where we give you guys the opportunity to meet the people who are behind the scenes, who actually are at the lodges making the magic happen for your clients. So today we have Nel de Jager in the hot seat. He is the operations manager at Mirage and Divava. Nel has got some slides and a presentation that he's going to take us through, and then we have a Q&A session afterwards, so you're more than welcome to ask him any of the burning questions you have. So without any further ado, I will hand over to Nel. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, thank you for logging in and hearing our good part. I'm just going to go through to the presentation. Let's start with Divava first. Wait, give me a second. I've got to learn how to work this thing. Slideshow. Here we go. I need to quickly make this smaller. 1 second. All right. Can everybody see it? Okay, good. Okay, Divava is at the Papa Falls. Its distance from Windhoek is 930 kilometers. Normally by tour, it's via Windhoek, or nowadays we have some new opportunities that makes it possible to do it via Vic Falls. A lot of people fly also in from Mount and Kazane and then travel by road. The lodge is on the banks of the Papa Falls and has, as you can see, a beautiful view. We have free Wi-Fi in reception area, down in the bar lounge area, and upstairs at the spa pool area. We've also changed this year a few things and made it possible for 4 rooms, room 1 to room 4, to have also Wi-Fi. You have international clients that are buyers or traders or people that are busy people in their businesses, and they need their internet also. So we've done 4 rooms to have the Wi-Fi, and the other 16 rooms we've kept at Africa. Now Wi-Fi, so you can talk to your wife, your girlfriend, or who's with enjoy the nature for what it is. Okay, the property is about 5.6 hectares big, and on there we have the rooms, the reception, the pool area, bar, the boat area, and then all the other things, which is not play you got laundry and those things, but it's all set that all this has got a view onto the lounge area, beautifully set, and everything has last. Margo, your machine is talking to me. All right, but anyway, let's go through the pictures and then I'll show you all how it looks at the lodge. We have got new pictures coming. Margo will update and send it through. We've just done it recently and the guys are busy editing and making the pictures look beautiful. But they are not as high quality to give the clients, all our guests and your guests, before they come to our country and before they get to our lodges, they've seen it at least once or twice on our website. So we've kept it as realistic as possible. So when the client arrives, that it is even a more beautiful view. Just to give you a point where it is, you got Namibia, and then right in the Caprivi, on the bottleneck of the Okavango Delta, still in Namibia, is the lodge situated. And as you can see, we have an airstrip. We have 2 national parks. The one is Mahango Park, and we have Buffalo Park. I see this thing is a little bit on the wrong, no, it's right. All right, it's just across the border, across the river. Game is incredible. We've got incredible game right now because the dry season has started. Elephants are coming back. They're seeing daily lions. The guys have been up last week, and we had actually with Fly Namibia a nice meeting, and they've seen leopards in the area. It sounds like the wild dogs are on their way back from Mozambique. They were spotted 2 months ago in Mozambique, our wild dogs from the Caprivi area. Game is, we don't have the big five, I must say. Everybody always said the Caprivi has got the big five, but there's no rhinos there. They have in Botswana the rhinos, and they have in Etosha the rhinos, but up there is not the big five, but you can see all the others. So the leopards, the elephants, the hippos, all those are there. So it's very, very special for game drive. I actually go in the afternoons, and you see within 2 hours almost everything, and it makes it quite special. There we go, overlook. There's the Pop-Off Falls. If you sit in the restaurant or you're lying, your windows are open, you can actually hear the rapids. It's not falls, it's actually rapids. They're about 3.5 meters high, depends on the water level. Here you can see it's very low. We took this picture three years ago, and it's when the water is at its lowest, but then you can hear the water incredibly loud. So it is like at the coast, but it just gives you an incredible feeling sitting and hearing this water. This is the point where I always say this is where the Okavango becomes the Okavango Delta. This is literally when the water comes down the Pop-Off Falls and moves south, it's where the bottleneck starts opening up and the delta starts. So it's, you can say about 20 k's down the road, there's the delta already becoming quite big. Just a view of the restaurant and yeah, the view over the falls. Here's the Pop-Off Falls. Quite spectacular, I must say. Our reception area, this is an old picture we've upgraded last year while we didn't have anything to do. I think everybody else also didn't have much to do the last 2 years. So we've done a little bit of renovations. Margot will send you pictures and you can go onto the website and have a look. I'm busy now with these couches and everything to redo them, and we are freshening up also. It's been a while. The lounge area and the bar area, I must say in the winter it's quite cozy because we've got a little fireplace downstairs, and the place has got a very, very nice atmosphere. This is lounge, and I can say most of the guests really enjoy sitting out here. Restaurant, lounge, depends on how many guests we have. When it is fully booked and we have a lot of kids, and we take kids also, so it's not a problem at all. I must say, and I'm going to say it, I know Suzanne, yeah, Suzanne, I'm very honest with this, we are not wheelchair friendly. The lodge is built on a hill, so we don't get the flood waters, but therefore we have, unfortunately, a lot of steps. Even in the rooms, there's 3 steps. Older people, they can walk around the reception area, so they don't have those steps, but for wheelchairs, it is very difficult. We've tried it, it doesn't work, unfortunately. This is restaurant inside. As I said last week, we had rain, so we moved everybody inside, and everything looks well. Outside restaurant, this is, like I say, 95% everybody sits outside. So it's really a cozy place, nice atmosphere. If you want to have a special occasion, then we close the curtains just to give it a little bit of atmosphere. So we've got all the playthings to work with. Birthday parties, special requests, honeymoons, all of those things we cater for all of it. rooms, like I said, it's quite high. So you have a beautiful view over the river. Outside shower and the deck, you've got an outside shower, you've got an inside shower, you have a nice big bath, and then the twin beds. This is the twin beds, so the rooms inside. We've freshened up in the last year. All the rooms has been painted, all the small things has been done. New carpet's been done. We've worked on, roofs has been redone. Spray was done. What is it? Malaria spray. All of those things has been done. As you can also see, aircons in all the rooms, mini bars, large beds, and we have also beautiful coffee machines in every room, so people can enjoy a nice coffee in the mornings, late afternoons, and in the mini bars. If people want it packed, we can stack and pack it for them, and they can enjoy it later in the evenings. There's the bathtub full. I don't think I need to say much about this. There we go. Lounge, balcony with a nice view. If people have requests that they want to eat in the rooms, it can be done, but yeah, I think all of us know it's a schlep up and down and left and right. Restaurant is nice, but if there is a special request, we can bend, yes. Swimming pool area and the reception for the spa. We've redone the pool recently, just to give it a little bit of a nice flair again. Spa area, we have two treatment rooms, one as a double and one as a single. Then that room to your left side has got the bath inside, that is aromatherapy and salt scrub. Here's the double one. Terrible view, apparently. Margot don't like it, and Suzanne says she also don't like it, but I love it, especially when you lie there in such a beautiful area. Our steam room, we got a steam room and a sauna. They are for the guests' use. They don't have to pay for that, but the spa treatments, they come by cost because, yeah, it's people doing it. There we go. Oh my goodness, sorry. Margot, why didn't you take this out? All right, activities. We've got some serious nice activities. Like I said, the boat cruises, fishing, sundowner cruises, morning cruises on the river. Then we got the game drives, and they are really spectacular. There's a picture of Paul, our old director. Unfortunately, he died a few years ago, and with his son. The fleet, we've changed also the fleet. I'll put in new pictures just now. Margot will send it through to you guys. We've sold the Land Rovers. They gave too many problems for the Land Rover lovers. I love them too, but they gave me a lot of headaches. The Unimog, we actually don't use anymore. So we got two new vehicles that we use. Like I said, with the game, it is spectacular. Then we got the village tour. It's not a village tour where people like you have in the whole preview where they do all the funny things and show you all the. This is a natural tour where they just take you to their houses, how they live now, and they do the traditional dancing and things, but there's none of the special little things like building a trap and this and that. This is more about how people live in the Divundu Bagani area. Then we have our kindergarten that is recently 3 years ago, we built a kindergarten for the community. Quite a big setup. We have 63 children at this stage in the school, or in the kindergarten. I won't say it's a school, but we have a preschool teacher also. So when kids are ready to go to first grade, they always have this pre-year, and for that we have also employed a special teacher for that division. In the areas also a bushman traditional village, which is 10 kilometers from us, and it is it's well done, and I think it's something very special to have also in our area. This bushman that was from the, just 1 second, Koos, jy kan kom sit, maar ek is in a meeting, long meeting. The Bushman people is from the Bushman area, from the Cowdom area, and they moved up in the wartime. That's over 30 years ago. And they have to survive. So they're showing people their culture. So that's something new that's in our area. And I've been there and it is quite nice. All right, to come to special occasions, this is a beautiful sunset, early dinner at the Pop-Off Falls. We do island lunches, and that's quite spectacular. A lot of people book it, and it's really, really amazing to sit on the white sand beaches with a river around you, and you can hear the falls. Honeymoons, these are also on requests. So if you have special people, we can do a special lunch setup for honeymooners. And there we go, reservations, as you know, Suzanne, and there's our website if you need some more information. I'm going to stop sharing and then we go back to Margot for this one. Margot?
Hi, sorry, I had to unmute myself there quickly. Just a quick question that I've been having from people is, if you've got those special meals and dinner setups, what's the maximum number of people that you could do that for?
Can do, if it's a group and they've got the, sorry, I've got Kobus from the farm with us, so he's, just told him to sit very still, not say a word. It doesn't matter. If you have a special request, send it through, because the lodge is for 40 people, and I don't think there's buses for 40 people, so I think 20, 25, 30 people can work, especially if we have a breakfast on the boat, it can be done. If we get a special dinner, I'd say, let's have a look at it, let's discuss it, and let's see how we do it. Numbers doesn't matter. It's as long as we can, yeah, it's open for discussion always. If you get a special request, send it through and we work through it.
Perfect. Yeah. And I think we can, sorry, just to interject on that one, but I think we can keep the rest of the questions at the end of it. But I think now we can move on to the, unless anyone does have a burning question for Nell on Divava. Otherwise, we can move on to Lemirage and hand back over to Nell on that one.
Good, then we go over to Lemirage. Give me 1 second. Learn how to slideshow. There we go. 1 second. There we go. Alrighty. Let me just move all these fancy things. All right. Lemirage is down in the Sossusvlei area. We are 27 kilometers away from the entrance gate of Sossusvlei. We are south of the gate from the Sestring gate, and we are on the farm Geluk, where our direct neighbors are the ballooning company, Namib Sky. We are on a property which is privately owned, and it's a reserve. It's 20,000 hectares, and it is magnificent. The layout that we have, as you can see it, we have on your left-hand side our kitchen and laundry area, and also the restaurant. Then the middle building, underneath is the reception, and on top we have 8 rooms. We call them the standard rooms, or I'll get to that just now, why they a little bit more standard. And then on your right-hand side, you have the main building, which has got 19 rooms with a swimming pool area and everything. Let's go to the next picture. There we go. You got Namibia, there you got Sossusvlei, and where Lemirage is. So it's literally on the road, just the C27 going south. Lemirage, we don't have a special gate to enter on the shortcut as one or two other properties has. But I'm not going to go in details to that because it has been a fight for 15 years and it will stay a fight for 15 more years. So we use the normal entrance at Sossusvlei. Then we use the tar road to go down to Divava. It's a full day. Well, if people do the Big Daddy and they want to climb to the highest dune in the world, it's almost a full day excursion, which includes then also breakfast packs if they want. They can just organize that in the mornings. And we take drinks and coffee and tea and some rusks we take with on our trips to Sossusvlei. I think the activities will get to that a little bit later. I'm jumping around now. Sorry, guys. Okay, Oasis building, 20. No, we got 19 rooms. Sorry, I think there's a little mistake here. We got 19 rooms in the Oasis building, 4 guide rooms, and then 2 tower rooms. The tower rooms are separately booked, and the reason for separately booked, you can't book as just a room. Separately book because I know even me sometimes you don't want to stand in the shower while everybody is checking out or going to Sossusvlei, and you kind of makes you feel a little bit strange. So that's why we have it add on to your normal room. But it is incredible to sleep there in the evenings under the stars. And it is magic. So the 19 rooms are inside the building with the doors, as you can see, on the inside of, and you have the balconies facing outside right around the building. All these rooms got balcony, and then inside, as you can see, is the swimming pool area, the spa, and we have an open jacuzzi for all the guests. There's also a nice lounge, and there's afternoon coffee and tea and cake available. The rooms, it is an old picture. We have redone already 6 rooms. Margot, maybe you can upload maybe a picture or 2 if you have them, or Suzanne, of how the rooms has been changed. We made them much lighter. We've put a little bit of a flare back into it, and we've really freshened it up. The other 13 rooms we will do as it goes, but now I think everybody will understand that we have to also look after our guests first. I'm not going to do building and accommodating guests. It's against my beliefs to have hammering, and you have people that's been waiting 2 years for a holiday or 3 years for a holiday, and now somebody's hammering with a chisel in the room next to them. So don't worry, we won't do it. I'll do it as soon as I hope not, but when we have a few rooms open. Okay, this is more the older look that you have, but like I said, Margot, please send pictures through now. Balcony, there we go. Each room beautiful. It's really nice sitting there in the afternoons or in the morning and having a coffee and just look at that view. It's incredible. All right, here we call it the Camelthorn building because it's next to a big beautiful camelthorn, and there's a owl that lives in that tree. And in this building we have 7 twin rooms and 1 family room. Just to quickly come back to family rooms, We have a lot of other rooms, which is big enough to take 2 beds, even 3 beds. Then we have also in both lodges the cots and the baby chairs for young ones. And but this room was built in the beginning that you have a separate room for mom and dad. So that's why we have that one family room. The curio shop, and then the reception area. This is the reception area, and also a lot of people like to sit there and yeah, do the internet and things like that. There's also waterfalls and things. The Camelthorn rooms, that's why we call them a little bit more standard, because they don't have a balcony. They are also in a different price range. So just that you know, all right. They have also nice bathrooms, also flary atmosphere. We have redone them also a little bit, give them a bit more love. But the rooms are really nice and spacious. Also air cons in these rooms. There we go, tower room, as you can see, big double bed, and then with a separate bathroom, shower, wash up area, wash basin, sorry. There we go. This is a picture in the day, just to give you a view of how it looks. But in the evenings, I should actually send you some pictures of how it really looks in the evenings with the stars above you. It is out of this world. Restaurant area. We do 5-course dinners, and we've done 5-course dinners from the beginning, just to be different. And the reason why we do this is, you know, if you have starter, main course, dessert, and you go with your wife or your girlfriend or your partner to your room, what do you talk about? No, it's normally not so, let's say, not so romantic. So that's why we made it a 5-course dinner, because it's also part of the experience at the lodge to enjoy dinner, talk, drink wine, and talk about either today that's been on the road, or tomorrow going to Sossusvlei, or just, you know, the whole vacation. And people don't have time to enjoy a real nice dinner and just talk. And just by the way, the Wi-Fi don't work in the restaurant. So that is one of the old principles that I have of not making people sit with their cell phones in a restaurant. As you can see, happy chef, happy food, nice food. All right, there we go, pool area. What is also nice is when you have small children and you have you want your child to be not too close to the pool. That is where I say the Camelthorn rooms are nicer, because I think the parents are a little bit more, how can I say, they feel safer because the pool is not so close to them. Jacuzzi, and I can tell you this thing runs the whole day. Everybody has to be in it. It is nice. Spa rooms. This is one of the older pictures. We've redone all of these rooms, and we are still busy changing them and making them really lighter and much more romantic. There we go. From hot stones, the whole Katuti scrubs. What we also like is when there is girls that has time, they can do the foot massages at the pool area. That's also at Divava. And some of the faces of the people that you see here, I can believe me, after 10 or 12 years in the company, they're still with us. Activities. This is, I think, a highlight for most operators in Namibia. Sossusvlei, Extension Canyon. Okay. Ballooning is an extra activity that is booked separately. If I can make a recommendation, and I know it's not always possible, to make your ballooning, if you have clients that want to do ballooning, somebody's microphone is on. do your booking that you do it the first day, because it's always weather predicted. If your client stays 2 days and you have the next
Sorry
day.
to interrupt you now, Charlotte. Sorry, could you please switch your microphone off? We can
my
hear you.
goodness.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No worries. Thanks a lot.
Due to the weather and the clients coming back around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, maybe just look on your planning that if you have to travel to the coast and you have a lunch, that you make enough time for that. If a lot of people take lunch packets from the lodge and then do the lunch on the way somewhere, then it works out. But if you have a tight schedule, try to see if you can squeeze it in the first morning in, and yeah, then your guide or we have to do the afternoon Sossusvlei with the clients. This is just a recommendation, because we do have people having really hard time doing ballooning and Sossusvlei and then other activities all in 1.5 days. So recommended 3 days with us. This is one of the activities which I can say people up to, I've had a lady of 93 doing a quad bike trip with us, and it was so much fun. It's not a swak-up quad bike where it is up the dune, down the dune. It's a scenic drive. You have a guide in the front. The trip is about 3 hours, and it ends normally with a sundowner on top of the dune, and the guests really, really enjoy it. There's a lot of explaining done, and we try not to make it too fast. I have seen some things in Swakop where people do get very, very badly hurt. So we do it as a scenic drive. So your clients can book it directly, or you can book it for your clients. And I must say, people thoroughly enjoy it. Special occasions, yes. That is the big thing. We've upped on those things a lot. We've built special trailers. I've done it many years ago. I think we started it actually, my wife and I, many, many years ago, to do breakfast in Sossusvlei, breakfast setups. I know a lot of people has copied us over the years. But now I decided Lemirage also needs it, and we've had 2 months ago 3 full breakfasts with almost 60 people in Sossusvlei. So those setups we can do. We can do under the tree a special braai for the clients. We do for honeymooners or birthdays down in our wine cellar, which is underground. We do a special dinner setup. We've got the ferry circle just outside the restaurant, where we do also setups for beautiful dinners under the stars. We don't drive out 2 kilometers or 5 kilometers into the desert to do a dinner. I think everybody that's been in the Strait, you have 20 people enjoying the dinner, and you have 2 people that want to go to bed, and all of a sudden, boom, the whole atmosphere is gone, and everybody is on the cars and going back, both, and everything is over. So that, out of many years of experience, that's why we keep it outside but close to the lodge. So the people that want to go to bed can go to bed, and the rest can sit till 3 o'clock in the morning and enjoy it. So that's why we do it a little bit different. Many years of experience. This is just a small desert lunch that can also be done in Sossusvlei, or if at Elam Dune, but that's all on request that we can all discuss. Okay, that's the dinner in the wine cellar, and it is really a wow, especially for honeymoon people. That is included. So when your clients are on a honeymoon, please let reservations know, and the clients, we normally surprise them with it, or when you have a special birthday. There we go. Sunsets are amazing. We've got the fireplace, as you can see on the right-hand side. The fire burns every evening. I try to keep that African experience as long as possible, and for all our clients, because it's something that's, I think it's been missed over the years, that fire and Namibia is just part of it. All right, there's reservations, telephone numbers, and so forth. All righty, going back to you, Margot. Thank you.
Sorry, I've managed to try and unmute myself there.
Margot.
Thank you very much, Nell. Hello. Sorry, does anyone have a question for Nell while we've got him here? Anna? Sorry, there's
everybody's microphone is off.
Everyone's microphones are muted, so you can unmute yourselves and then you can ask Nell any questions that you might have. Nell, while we've got you here, the quad bikes, how many do you have how many quad bikes do you guys have?
16 quad bikes. And it can be done in 2 trips if it has to be done. All right, then closed vehicles going to Sossusvlei, we have 3 10-seater vehicles, so 30 guests. But if you have bigger groups, I think all of us know how it works. We get vehicles in. When you have also incentive groups, or you have special big groups, please, it needs to be we need to know it beforehand so we can arrange extra vehicles. They are closed vehicles, the 3 vehicles. It's 30 seats. I don't know who's doing bigger groups, but we can do bigger groups. But the smaller groups are much more fun, I must say. Fly Namibia, do you know if they ever intend to land at Bagani? Lisa, we literally had the meeting last week with them, and we are now in the negotiations to do the Fly Namibia up there. The flight will be, or the plane will be stationed at Leonchulu and then fly to Katima, because that's the pickup point for clients flying into that area, not Rundu. So the whole schedule in that area will be from Katima. They do then the hop on, hop off. That will include Leonchulu, Bagani, Leonchulu, Leonchulu, Katima, Impalila Island, and also Vic Falls. So that is quite a cool thing coming on. And yeah, a bit of a slip with a Rundu or Katima, I know, but they can also, if you have clients flying directly from Windhoek up to Vic Falls, they can pick them literally up in Vic Falls and fly them then island hopping and do a safari. We are finalizing this thing now. There is some ups and downs in every new thing that we have, but I think this will go very fast. It will also only be 8 months that we will manage that. And the reason for that is otherwise it's the wet season. So it will be in the dry season happening. I hope that answers your question, Lisa. I've got another message. Oh, there we go. More questions?
Now, sorry. Hi, everyone. Suzanne here. Now, won't you just give us all a, I know I'm your booking office and I'm supposed to know this off the top of my head, but can you maybe just give us a refresher on the Sossusvlei excursion with the brunch, in terms of the departures, more or less a little bit about what happens, and sorry, just a refresher on that if you don't mind.
The standard normal Sossusvlei drives are early mornings. The gate opens by sunrise, so we adjust always the time according to when the gate opens. It's normally, we leave the lodge, let's say the gate opens at 6 o'clock. We leave 20 minutes to 6, and then an hour before breakfast is already in and ready for the clients. If they wish, They can also take breakfast packs, and then we do a coffee station with some rusks, and they load the breakfast packs, and then they depart semi-dark. You can normally see a little bit of red already in the sky, and they enter the gate by Sesstrim. Then they've got the 60 kilometers down, where the guide also stops a lot and do explanations about the dunes and the river and how it all started and all the blah blah blahs. And then the clients has then the option of walking to Deadflay with a guide. It's always guided. I think we've all learned a few years ago what happened there with guides not going with their clients. They also have the option of climbing Big Daddy, but that is normally asked the evening before. That's normally done by sundowner time, because then the one part of the group has to then go to Sossusvlei and wait, because it's either all or none, because it's a very tricky one to go up. I think all of you know, when you have older guests, climbing that big mountain takes you at least 3 hours to 4 hours and to get back to the car. So normally we try to split the groups when there is the Big Daddy in it, but 90% of the guests or 95% of the guests like to just do Deadflay, and then we go to Sossusvlei, and then where the big trees are, we do a breakfast setup with the lunch or with the breakfast packs, and there's also then coffee, tea, and rusks, and we have water on the vehicle. For the breakfast setup, that's an extra that can be booked, and that the guides go in normal, and then we send in another team to go and do the setup. And then when the clients are normally coming back from walking Sossusvlei area or that dune and the pan area, or they've been to Deadflay, they come and join, and the breakfast is then it's a full English breakfast with bacon and eggs and all the nice things. And then afterwards they all go to Sesstrim Canyon and then back to the lodge. Arrival times depends on the clients. It's between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoons. Okay, but if your group has to go to Swakop or to Mariental area or to the Kalahari area or going south, then we need to talk about it, how we do that. All right. Other questions?
Good morning, Charlotte here. I would like to know the specials, what we can offer on special occasions. It's a little bit tricky because there's a lot of different stuff we can actually do. Like someone will probably ask for a cake or a fruit basket, or maybe, like you said, a breakfast setup or something. But can you please give us a rate on all this, just like maybe a list of things that we can offer, upsell a little bit, or maybe just to, if I have honeymooners, probably say, okay, you can also do this. We can offer you this with, just something special, because most of the time, if a honeymooner will ask me, what can I do? Okay, I will say, okay, maybe you can go for the excursions or quad bike. But sometimes they would like to have something a little bit intimate. Maybe like, okay, then the private dinner is obviously there, but I don't have prices for like the breakfast setup. I don't have a price on it. I don't have lunch setup prices. I don't have those.
Hi, sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. Sorry, Charlotte. Thanks for that. That is our job to put together, and the prices are basically on request based on different circumstances and different items. So we can give a general overview, but in terms of set prices, it will really depend on what the clients want in terms of, and also what their budget is. So things like the cellar dinner, as you said, we've got the rates, we've got certain things in place
That's
already.
included.
But the
Suzanne, Suzanne, Charlotte, some things are included where we do courtesy, like the honey. If you say you get a honeymooners, you can tell them there will be a special dinner for you. And Suzanne will send you the rates for the tower rooms. And she
Those
will
are on
send
our
you
rate
the,
sheets now.
It's on the rate sheets.
okay, those are the
So what
things.
she's talking about, like fruit baskets, or if there's a
Okay.
special cake
Yeah.
request, or those kind of
Those
things,
are
that would
things,
also
yeah.
just depend on what it costs.
Maybe like the braai, if they want to have a braai or something. Okay, but okay, now I get it. Whenever I get a request for a braai or a breakfast setup, should it be requested? Should we ask now, okay, we've got this request. Can you please give us a price on this group? And we have this many people in. We don't have set prices on that. Is that
We
For the
often on
outside,
request.
yeah, it is. Most of those things are on special request, but there is also on the rate sheets outside. Do we have the outside dinners on?
yes, we have
Mm,
the outside dinner 500
Yeah,
per
you see,
person.
there
Then
it
the
is.
extra.
All right. If you have special requests, let's say only 6 people and you got something small, discuss it with Suzanne. Suzanne normally discuss it directly with me and William, and then we talk about things. Also, if you have a special birthday where the child is turning, let's say 16, and you want a special cake baked, then those things we can do, and we can discuss it with the lodge, and they can say, all right, you know what, $10 or $100, or you know what, it's a big group and there's 20 people, let's make a nice cake and it's compliments from the lodge, you know, something like that, or compliments from Charlotte, you know, that those things are open for discussions. Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Sorry that we asked on raise these questions. Those are meetings that we will have with Nell directly. Sorry about that. Anyone
Okay.
got any questions on maybe tours that you're having? You're welcome to also ask any booking questions if you have any. But I think the magic maker here is Nell, and I think the message is quite clear. Almost anything goes. It just depends in terms of the costs and the budget. And as with any other property, the relationships and the communication is vital.
Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne.
Like I said, with the renovations, we've done a few rooms. We didn't want to talk about it because we wanted to have it finished, but tourism started again, and I think everybody is happy about that. I think Margot will send you guys some pictures, and you're welcome to ask me. On the website should be already Divava's new pictures with a new reception. We then changed the restaurant area. At Mirage, it's continuous that we do upgrades and things. And I believe that you can't sit and wait for things to get better. You got to make it happen. And I'm glad you all are in, because there is a lot of new things. And I think also everybody's mindset changed a little bit the last 3 years. So if you have those special requests, or you have a fly in and you want a champagne or something at the airport, let us know. We can do it. It's not a problem at all. Bagani Airstrip, just that everybody knows, they've started 2 weeks ago. I was with the Ministry of Works and the Town Council. We went out. So that whole airstrip is also being redone, like taking out all the bushes. It's being cleaned up. The airstrip is very good. I've landed last week on it. It's actually one of the good ones in the area. Then the airstrip at the Mirage is the Geluk airstrip, and it is a new airstrip that was redone 3 years ago, and it's fenced in and it's electrified. And if you have fly-ins, they must please let reservations know about it. and also ETAs, because we have to report it further on to wilderness air to open up the gates, just for safety reasons, for there's no animals. Any other
Another
questions?
question. Sorry, another question on the transfers, or on the landing strips and the transfers. Is it only Sossusvlei that has those? The tour operators need to contact wilderness, or we need to contact wilderness for permission for landing? Is that I'm still trying to wrap my head around how that procedure works for
Very
flying.
easy. Whoa. Okay, very easy. When you land on a private airstrip, you have to contact the company who the airport airstrip belongs to. Bagani, it belongs to the Ministry of Works, and it's an open airstrip, so people can land there without notifying anybody. But Geluk airstrip is on private property, and it needs to be clarified when you land, because that airstrip is busy. And I can tell you, sometimes there stands 12, 14 planes on that thing. So it needs to be communicated. Also, who's coming in when, because the gate is locked to keep the animals from the airstrip. Then Sossusvlei, the only people that lands at the Sossusvlei or Seestream airstrip is Fly Namibia. They're the only ones that has the rights, and that is for the Fly Namibia flights that comes in. It lands on Seestream, and then you must just organize with us that we pick up the clients and transfer them to the lodge. That airstrip transfer is unfortunately going to be different, because we have entrance fees that we have to pay because we're going into the national park. So Suzanne, that's something we have to update, that everybody has that transfer cost, because we got the car, the guide, and the clients that needs to be transferred in and later back into the park again. So just take a note of that, when you make your calculations and people do fly Namibia, the safari, and they land at Seestream, that you do have that calculation in for the special transfer with the entrance fees. Sossusvlei, yeah, the other airstrips, you also have to notify the lodges and the airstrip owners that you are coming in. All righty.
Thank you. I see we've reached 12 o'clock. Is
Yes,
there
we
anyone
have.
else that has questions? No,
think-
Raymond, Lisa, Frida, Anna? No.
Good.
I think Nell was actually very took it from one end right
Detailed.
through to the other. So, but if anyone does have any questions following this and they're too shy and they don't want to ask, please feel free to either contact Nell or Suzanne or myself, and we are more than happy to help you out and answer anything you might have. We are on hand to do that for you. But in the meantime, I'd like to thank Nell for the session on the Meet the Magic Makers, and thank you everyone else for joining us today. And thank you very much. And we'll see you again next month. All right.
Thanks, Nell.
Thank you.
Thanks, Margot.
Thanks a lot,
Everybody.
guys.
Thank you, Nell. Thank you, Nell. Thank you, Margo. Ciao. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you,
Ciao.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.